juice like a snow cone. Ice in my veins and a cold flow. I'm getting cash overseas by the boatload. You wanna ride my wave? That's a no-go. Senoritas going loco. Make it bounce like a pogo. All my haters see rojo. They big mad cause they coming up short like Frodo. Activate the beast mode. I keep it hot, give your brain a heat stroke. You ain't a big shot, you some basic B-roll. The world is mine, like my name's Pacino. Hey, it's Nico, I guess I'm back. Catch me in the fast lane on the right track. And my shorty is a 10 like a dime bag. Got me feeling like a millie, check the price tag. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip-hop, ain't no time for pit stop. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip-hop, cause my style. No time for daydreams. All my brothers get money, we call it gang green. Just another day, but our focus still on the same thing. Us against everyone else, I recommend you change teams. Who the hottest in the city? We the top two. You said your music was litty, but that is not true. Just being honest, you should really just stop, fool. Matter of fact, empty no pockets, give me that watch too. My mind is wicked, that's why I spit it so hostile. Freaky girls in the crib, it's like I live in a brothel. All I spit is Leviticus, but I'm not an apostle. My nuts hang low, long and they colossal. Black trader black, she messiah to the misfits. Run circles, run these rappers to my shin splits. You a little late to the party, baby, I been lit. If you ain't on the friend list, you better mind your business. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip-hop, ain't no time for pit stop. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip-hop, cause my style.
Hello, can you hear me? Wait, I have still not yet started.
I got the juice like a snow cone. Ice in my veins and a cold flow. I'm getting cash overseas by the boatload. You wanna ride my wave? That's a no-go. Senoritas going loco. Make it bounce like a pogo. All my haters see rojo. They big mad cause they coming up short like Frodo. Activate the beast mode. I keep it hot, give your brain a heat stroke. You ain't a big shot, you some basic B-roll. The world is mine, like my name's Pacino. Hey, it's Nico, I guess I'm back. Catch me in the fast lane on the right track. And my shorty is a 10 like a dime bag. Got me feeling like a millie, check the price tag. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip-hop, ain't no time for pit stop. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip-hop, cause my style.
Hello friends, welcome to Warborn channel. We are here today with our developers, our main developers of Warborn, and we had a lot of questions from the players recently in our Q&A channel. So today we have Lordeb and Wardev as our main devs today in the voice channel. So guys, please introduce yourself and then we can go through like whatever our players have asked in this few days. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Uh, okay. Guys, those who are in the live, can you check is every like sound is fine? I mean, can you guys hear the Discord sound? I can see some commenting. Okay, so let's start with some questions like Lord Up and Kobsar. We had got few questions for us through our players. So I was yeah. Let's start with let's start with one by one. So first question which we had from was Cosmo. So he asked a question for you. So what was our main dev's first project, or what did he make before doing Warborn project, and how the idea came for Warborn? So yeah.
Legends like Mobile Legends.
Hmm.
Really slow process.
Nice. Yeah.
And at some point, I got stuck. I started playing GOE, and that's it. Here I am. So, and how came the idea to make Warborn?
Hmm.
Well, obviously, we, as many players, played GOE and not really content with what we have there at the moment. So the game itself had very nice things in it, and it ended up very, very badly. So we
Yeah.
need to fix that.
Yeah. Exactly. So, Miles Shoni commented, "I'm sorry, guys, we couldn't hear the Discord sound on the first introduction. So, I guess at the last, we'll again go on it. So, let's go on the second question. Like, how many developers are in the team? So, that is from Cocaine. So, what?
Okay. Arithmetic.
Yeah, maybe Lord.
Yeah, what we are doing, look, we
Yeah.
have three main people who are working for the company, but we are working with quite some freelancers. And right now we have, and I need to count them fast, but I think we have approximately 6, 7, or 8 freelancers working for us right now on all different sections. So we have freelancers working on 3D models, heroes, doing animations also for the heroes and doing the rigging. Then we have some people working on low rigging, low poly models, and we have some people working on buildings. And those are mainly the freelancers.
Yeah, if my arithmetic is good, I think it should be 7.
Mm,
Yeah,
7 to 8.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Then I guess there was a question from Sebastian that when is Odyssey starting? So I do not know.
Yeah.
This is actually not a like exact answer we have. So Alex, could you?
Well, yeah, it is really difficult to answer right now because,
Yeah.
well, the first point from which we have to count is the start of beta, is
Yeah.
the release of the game. After that, it should be have to count is at least 2 months, I guess.
Yeah.
to start real Odyssey, because like for Odyssey you obviously need multiple kingdoms that fight each other. If there are only two
Mhm.
kingdoms, it is 1v1 KVK.
Yeah.
So it's just the thing about the very start, and it should be adjusted accordingly. Yeah, the very more important question is when the release
Yeah.
comes, so we can start counting. And again, I cannot say exact answer right now. We'll try to do it in fall of this year.
Okay. Regarding like
That's a guideline.
yeah,
That's not a
yeah.
promise.
Yeah.
That's important to add. So people
Yeah, it
shouldn't
is.
see
It
it
is
as a
estimate.
hard deadline. It's just an estimate of when we think that we will launch the game.
Yeah. It's Zizu. Ah, Zizu. You are on voice channel. Okay. Okay, then we can go for like our next one. Like, will the game have frontier camps? Yeah. I mean, we'll have, and I guess we can have a more brief explanation from Alex and our war dev. So, Obzak.
Yes. I mean, the answer is yes. We will have frontier camps, and there were quite some discussions about it.
Yeah.
Frontier camps turns out to be quite important part. So if you don't have frontier camps, you have to port your city, which means you put yourself in danger. And for example, if you are not very strong player, you don't have a lot of stats,
Yeah.
you can be zeroed right in place, and that discourages many people to go and fight,
Yeah.
which is not good. And frontier camps solve this problem very nicely. You can refuel, you can like garrison and rally, you can help in field without thinking, okay, I need to leave someone in my town, so I cannot really put 5 of my full troops in the field. So it will be much more fun just to not think all the time about your defenses.
Yeah, I also feel like that. Like sometimes when we pour the town hall and we'll have to take the town hall for close range fights, it's too much stuff. So when we can use the frontier camps, it's very like it's a very good feature. And also like you have some alliance summons, kingdom summons, they're also very helpful.
Right.
So let's go to the next question, which
Yeah, it's
was
important to add them for the strategy.
yeah. Let's go
Definitely.
to the next
Yeah, and
question.
you won't have any relocates, right?
Yeah.
You don't have frontier camps, you'll have to use relocates all the time.
Yeah. Next question is about anti-piloting, which is asked by Sid X.
We skipped one. We skipped that.
Yeah,
There is
you are
there's
doing
nice
one, yeah.
question there. We
So,
I know it's quite a sensitive question.
yeah. So
the question was if we are planning on staying on the project when it's published.
okay. So let's go for Warm Shadows one. So will the game be in form of seasons and stuff resets every season, or whatever we gain stays till the end game?
Sorry, I do want to answer the other questions as well, because Cassandor asked if we are planning on staying on the game when it's published,
Oh yeah.
or if we move on to a different project.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite an important question to answer, because we know that quite some games are abandoned once they are launched, so when they are published.
Sure.
I want to really let the community know that we are not planning on leaving the game after it's published. We plan to stay here together with the community. That's why we also do it a bit differently than other developers or game developers. We are here part of the community, and we also want to stay it that way. So yeah, we might think of other stuff as well, but we will always here to support the game and to make sure that it can be played as long as the community wants to play the game.
Yeah, fully agree. Like there are obviously cases where people start doing another project just after launching current one or even before, but I personally don't think it is a good strategy because it does pretty bad things with community.
Yeah.
So you cannot really convert your community into another game this way because community will see you as a traitor. It's
Yeah.
not a good thing. So
Yeah, so it's not what we tend to do. We will stay here together with the community, and that is something that is important to mention, definitely.
Yeah, it's true. I skipped the question. I didn't saw it, so I jumped over to Sid. So
No problem.
let's go for the next one. Like I didn't got the question actually, which was like, will the
Oh,
game be in the form
anti-violence?
of seasons? Yeah, Warm shot
Yeah.
this one. So
Yep.
he asked that will the game be in the form of seasons and stuff research every season, or whatever we gain stays till the end game. So Alex or Lord, whoever wanna answer this.
Yeah, maybe I'll start if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Well, I also didn't understand it like 100%, but I will give it a try. So, first of all, the progression will be persistent. So it's not something that we launch in, for example, like for 3 months something, and after 3 months you have to start over. No, I mean you will still have all your things after 3 months. Season stuff can be very interesting, so it is very good to do some tournament related things. So like the later we'll have a question about thermopylae. So they are very nicely can be arranged as tournaments. Tournaments can be in form of seasons, obviously, and other big updates can be in form of seasons. So next season will just have extra content to what you have in this season, but you won't lose any progress.
Maybe he thought like we about like beta testing or something like that. Like we will play a season over there. So when we go global or when we go for other seasons, so the previous season will like just reset everything.
Mm.
I
Well,
guess yeah.
without beta testing, we cannot mix beta
Yeah.
testing and real servers,
Yeah.
right? So if someone goes to beta testing, his account will be duplicated, but he cannot bring anything from there back to real servers, obviously, right? Because testing will have sometimes cheat things for you to be able to jump to the content that has been developed, so you can test it.
Mm. Yeah, I think he also talks about progression, and it's important to mention when we launch the game, so really launch the game as a beta, then the progression will stay, will not get lost.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we actually skipped that question from Sid Romix.
Yeah. So there was an interesting question which I also like. Like, are developers interested on bringing more short-term map games like Thermopylae, 4v4, 10v10, or 30 versus 30? So Thermopylae is like 30 versus 30. So yeah, will we be bringing something like more of this?
Wait, is Thermopylae 30 versus 30?
Mm,
Really?
I guess it wasn't it 30 or I forgot. I
I,
didn't
I,
play.
I actually don't know because we probably never had the full
Wasn't it?
team.
I think it was 30, to be
I
honest.
believe it was 30. I
Yeah.
believe it
You
was
had
30.
Legacy and
Yeah.
Thermal Player.
Yeah. So I forgot it. So we played it almost
Okay,
one
that
year ago.
makes sense, right? Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, obviously, developers are interested in this, but like a better answer will be that we have some ideas about the Thermopylae and so the game modes that will be similar in some way. So that will give that dynamic fights. So you port somewhere in different map. This map is like session battle. You have your team, somebody else has his team. Probably it can be more than two teams. and they just fight for some objective. So it is typical session battle. It is really good thing, and we want to scale this. So in GOE, you had thermopoly fight once in week on Sundays.
Every week.
Yeah, that I mean
Yeah.
that I also understand this idea that people need to have time, so they will register and then they will attend that event. But honestly, I think we have a lot of good examples where you can just simply start fight when you're like, well, on the spot. You just gather team, you click find fights, random fights, and you can start whenever you want. So this just lowers this bar, lowers requirements for people together or organization. So
Would you have to make like a ranking system or something for teams so like you wouldn't be like paired against like two overpowered like teams or something?
Yeah.
How would that work?
yeah, obviously yes, because we like for example, if we talk about I don't know like Counter-Strike, right? You don't have stats there. You have just your skill. So, but here we also have like different people with different stats. So they, even before fight, have uneven advantages, right? So we have to make matchmaking that way that one person will not be demolished by another person just because it has lower stats. So it needs to be considered as one of the priorities for matchmaking. And yeah, there will be two things. The one thing is like the quick matches, right? That will mostly affect on your personal ranking, and those will be like more similar to GOE, where you have to sign up for with your alliance, and those will be more like a tournament. So with a ladder, with something like you have in Hegemony, different groups, and you can move upwards if you win, move downwards if you lose, and at the end of the season, you will all get rewards. So that's the idea.
And it's quite hard to already mention what we are planning to do here because we are not at the stage yet for the events. But yeah, we are planning to do quite some of these events because we know that the community finds them quite interesting. So yes, we are planning to integrate these kind of fights.
Yeah, games with alliance members creates very good bonds and communities very strong. So yeah, we'll be thinking more about this. Let's go to the next one, which was done by Arek P. So, will the healer be useful? For example, like buff on the third slot created just for them, for the two main in the pair. I don't know about the second part, what he told, but healers are priced. I guess they will be useful in our game, and we have a lot of plans. Alex or Lordup, will you explain?
Well, I can start, but I did a lot of talking the last time, so if you prefer, you can start.
Yeah, it's okay for this one. Yeah, I personally also want to go to the previous question from Sid later on.
Yeah. We'll
We
need to go
shouldn't
there.
forget
But
about that one because we accidentally skipped that one.
Okay.
But yeah, we tend to make the healers very interesting. We have some quite nice ideas about how to make them work, how to make them interesting. Yeah, it's not developed in a mechanism yet, but we will make them interesting and we will make them work in the game, definitely.
yeah, so this question is actually about heroes.
Yeah.
So we already have a one hero that has heal abilities, which is Joan of Arc. I don't know. In many games, she is a healer. I just don't know. But
yeah, like Leo and
yeah, but
Joanne.
we don't really have this mindset where you have heroes for gathering, heroes for healing. So all of the heroes, especially gold tier, all gold tier heroes will be useful in fights in one or another way. So support hero is one thing. It is also useful for in the fight. There will be damage dealer heroes. There will be tanking heroes, right?
Yeah.
But all of them are useful in the fight versus other players. Well, purple heroes may be more like they might have the um how to say a hero progression. How to say but when you have stats, hero
Mm.
hero potential, yeah. So hero potential might be a little more peaceful, yeah, something like gathering bonuses and other for purple heroes. For gold heroes, they will be full PvP oriented.
Yeah, and it's also important that our heroes are needed for gathering because we are using villagers. We are using the villager system, unlike in some other games where they are using heroes to also gather materials and resources.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We have some people on Discord in voice channel, so those who are here, we will be asking questions, or if you have any questions regarding what we'll talk today, you can surely ask anytime or at the last of the live too. So let's go to the next question. It's from Shader. Oh, it's a little personal description of our devs in real life. So what happened is that our first
Yeah,
live
let's
part.
go back. Sorry,
Wait,
let's go back to the one from Sid
Uh,
first now because we are skipping that one again. So that was a question regarding anti-piloting, and I
okay.
think it's also an
You wanna answer
important
this?
topic.
Okay.
Hmm?
Oh, you wanna go now? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can go back
Yeah.
like before we forget, right?
Yeah.
yeah, else we forget about the question.
Yeah.
I
It's true. It's true.
honestly, I want to answer all the questions because we want to be super transparent also towards our community.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I mean, those questions are good, so why not
Yeah,
ask them
definitely.
and answer them?
So Sid has asked about like, do the developers think of making Warborn anti-piloting like Rock did? So how do we plan to tackle it? How we will limit or tackle the piloting issue right now in the games?
Yeah. Yeah, right now we do have a mechanism, not where we try to do anti-piloting, but we are planning to implement it in a feature that piloting is allowed. So what you have is like a main account owner, and that account owner is able to assign a pilot towards their accounts. That's actually the plan we have. Maybe Alex can tell it a bit more into detail because he designed the mechanism a bit more. But that is something we are currently planning. So we don't plan anti-piloting. We plan to facilitate piloting in a good way.
Next.
Yes, okay. I just want to like make a step back because I think the idea of this question was like piloting is not a good thing, right?
Mhm.
And many people, like not whales, they don't like piloting because whales always get pilots and they always stay like 24 hours in battlefield, which
Mhm.
ruins everything for everyone.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, the main idea of the question. So I just wanted, everything you said is correct. We are going for this mechanism, but the motivation, I just want to clarify. So, okay. First of all, it is impossible to make everyone not piloting. So you, even if you say, okay, we'll ban everyone, there will be still people who do it.
Mhm.
So there are like two things that can help with it. First is like when we do some sanctions, right? When we say we ban, but we also can provide an alternative, which is controlled way of doing something, and we can actually work around this. So if we have the system where most of people want to do this piloting, we'll go through our pathway, right, through official way. As Lorna mentioned, you have a shared with button, and you have kind of your another account that you can log in using your credentials, not his credentials. But when you log into his account, you will be marked as not owner. You will have some other permissions, right? You won't be able to do some things that you're not allowed to do. And I think that it is good for um, person who shares account. He will not risk anything. He will not um, show his credentials to anybody. Nobody will be able to be owner, and he can like have the flexibility to adjust those permissions. So what it does, it allows us to know, in the most cases, when people pilot somebody else. And then we can implement another feature that doesn't allow pilots to go full scale. And here there was proposed idea to use war attrition system. So you basically won't be able to unleash all 5 of your troops for a long time, because this bar of war attrition will go up. It will happen only for pilots. It won't happen for owners. So that's why the first step was very important. And you just have to accept the reality, right? You cannot always stay in full presence in the field. You can still use one troop, which might be enough in some cases, but if really like hot battle is going on, it won't be enough. You still will be able to garrison. You still will be able to do rally, but with longer breaks after each. So those are just some limitations if you are not owner. So I hope this clarifies a little better the question and addresses all these concerns people might have.
Yeah.
So we have ideas, we try to implement them, and not to completely cut both sides.
Yeah,
So
these
because
are
I mean,
just ideas. We didn't implement it yet, and we still need to make the ideas into reality. But this is just a brainstorm idea we have about this subject previously.
yeah, everything starts with ideas. So when you have clear idea, and it's like it seems like to work in theory, and it starts to be implemented, there's some extra details going on. But overall, I think it's a good way to go. And for all people who listen to it and think, okay, it's not really good idea, I think it will fail, please write the answer, please write this, and I'll read and think more and try to answer you.
Yeah, we are open for suggestions.
Yeah, you can write anything, and we can reply in text also, text format, and later on. So let's move on. Let's go to Eric's question. Oh no, sorry, not Eric. So it's Sienna. So she asked about archers. So will we have archers nerfed in Warborn, also like all other games, or the archers will be ranged and also strong in the field? So this is her question. So how do we plan to implement this one?
The simple answer is it all should be balanced, right?
Yeah.
So we cannot really make archers just the best of all. But yeah, I think the main part of the question is if archers really will be ranged units. Yes, they will be ranged units. And then we will think of the ways how to balance them so they don't look OP, because range, just by the virtue of itself, is already OP feature.
Yeah.
It needs to be countered somehow.
Yeah.
Like range is some players can really actually abuse it sometimes. In a few games And also in another game which we used to play, so healers could be easily sometimes abused. Like you can put healers on us on some area of town hall, and it would keep on healing the rally. So a mass number of troops would be healed very fast. So because of having that range, I guess the healer could give a lot of buff to the game, which I think. So it can be very strong in the field. So let's go. By the way, oh
It's all about balance. We all
yeah,
need to find the correct balance between different troop types.
yeah. Well, we had a little bit issue with the sound on the on our first introduction. So Shader asked about a little personal descriptions, like a little bit small introduction because we couldn't
Mm.
people couldn't hear what you and Alex gave an introduction. So if you could give
Yeah.
again,
Yeah, so we think he's asking for a little small real life
yeah.
introduction about who we really are. Yeah, so my life name is Eric. I'm 38 years old and I'm coming from the Netherlands.
Mhm.
Yeah, currently I'm also working as a manager in another company. And for this game, yeah, we also started our own company. It's called Reborn Gaming Studios. There I'm working as a CEO of the company. Yeah, so doing all kind of boring business stuff, but also in the game I'm focused on the UI, on animation stuff, designs, yeah, and of course in close cooperation with Alex.
Alex.
Okay. Alex is me. So the war dev is Alex. Yeah, I am. Okay, I right now I'm in the US. I'm kind of pursuing my final year of doctorate program. Not in game dev. It is in chemistry. Then yeah, I came from Ukraine and study here in US. In the here in Reborn Gaming Studios, I'm the lead developer. I'm doing a lot of coding, wrote basically all architecture of the code, and still doing all these features, including some visual features and more often logical features. So yeah, a lot of things like in one or another way go through me. So it's very kind of a lot of work, but it is exciting work. So I really like doing it.
Thank you. Well, next, let's go. So
Yeah,
we'll
don't
move
forget
on.
to introduce yourself as well.
Oh yeah,
You are also part
Ah,
yeah.
of
You
the
assume everyone knows you. All 1,400 people know you.
what?
Yeah, probably.
So I live in Bangladesh, and right now I'm just enrolling on university on my first year. So I still haven't decided which subject am I gonna take. So that is all, and I'm actually looking after Warborn's Discord and other community stuff. So yeah, that is all. I do not have much more to say. Yeah, we can.
It's enough. They needed a
Yeah,
small introduction.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's go to the next one. So, Ilar Koba, he had asked about how in-game purchases will work for us, and this impacts the audience considering they are undervalued countries. So, how do we plan to adjust the purchase balance in the
Yeah.
game?
Yeah, I think this requires quite some
Yeah.
a good explanation. And honestly, we don't know yet how to do it. We don't know how to balance it yet. It's something we do want to research very carefully because we know the request and the demand from our community to have a better balanced in-game purchases system. So it's quite hard to make a good balance system, but we will research it in the coming months. But we still need to work on a good balanced system.
Yeah. So everything that goes down to numbers, money numbers, these things need more time to think
Yeah.
of. They need to be very like rigorously think. I understand. So I remember this question. There was the suggestion
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
part.
Koba, I believe.
Yeah.
He also posted this question. I wrote something, some answer, but then I think I didn't answer for the last one, so that's why he probably think, okay, I will ask in Q&A. I'm sorry that I didn't answer. Okay. Yeah. So what I was trying to say there, and like basically it is similar question. So there are already mechanisms in other games, and not only in games like Steam, take Steam for example, or I don't know, McDonald's. So there are these things that already work for many regions, and we will look at them. We'll look and see how they implemented this. If everything is good, we will take those good parts, and, you know. So we have something to compare it to.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be like all from scratch and like devising a bicycle here. So there are such thing as so the um, price adjusted for a region based on the region income and GDP. I'm
Mhm.
not quite sure in these numbers right now, but the mechanism is more or less clear.
Yeah, but the honest answer right now is that we still need some time to research it, and we will promise that we will research it very carefully.
Yep. Let's go next.
Yeah, let's move to the next one. So next one was asked by Raw. So he asked that will devs be playing or non-playing? Uh, so he says a lot of familiar faces with being devs. So what's to stop them from just gifting free resources, items, etc. to themselves and friends? So this was asked by Raw.
Mm. Yeah,
So,
this is a tough question, to be honest, because you can never answer this question correctly, I believe. But first, I want to express that this game is our child. We are bringing a game and we are bringing it with full passion. And we don't want to endanger the game. We will never ever endanger the game by benefiting people we liked before or people don't benefit people we dislike. We will never endanger the game. That's the most important part. And therefore, I think it's also important to mention that, well, at least but I think it's the same for the other two guys, that we
yeah.
will never wheel out in this game. But we are also players, and I think it's important that we also are part of the community in game,
Yeah.
so that we can actually see how the vibe is in the game, what people are missing, that we can also experience it ourselves. But yeah, honestly, I haven't made up my mind yet what's the best strategy here.
Yeah, I love this question. It's like, as you
Yeah, you
said,
do
it
maybe,
can
but
be
I think
answered
it's quite a tough one.
correctly. Yeah, so but like I'll be honest, I will play this game. Okay. About the second part, as Lord Ab explained, it's like shooting in your own leg, right? So if you're making game, everything is fine, and then you go in the game and just ruin fun for the entire server or several servers when you meet in Odyssey. You know, it the stupidest thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's like what, who will do it?
Like we are building the
That's,
whole community by giving so much and giving all the efforts
yeah,
and
it just you mean you give yourself a cheat
yeah.
Yeah.
and kill the fun for many other people. It's like
Any
it
true
doesn't
player
work.
isn't going to want to
I
do
will
that,
make
right?
one promise, and that promise is that we will not give packs to our friends.
Mhm.
Never. Because it won't be honest to the entire community. We will not do it. Simply, that's the question. we will not benefit our own friends or previous game friends. We will never do it.
Okay, I think we answered
yeah,
it as much as we could.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but it's
I-
a good question, honestly.
Mhm.
Yes, I mean, it is important. I think it is important that developers play games.
Yeah.
Like, because, you need to have this connection. Like, you need to know what people are dealing with. And like, if you play the game, of course, we won't have that much time to play the game, and it will be very noticeable. So it is out of the question that we can be like part of uh, leadership on some server. It's like it's not possible. We simply won't be
Impossible.
online that much. But have some fun. Have some rest. After a work day in the game. I think it is very good thing to have.
And it's like being in the middle of the community.
Yeah, yeah. You will know what's happening. Like, otherwise, we cannot know the sentiments of the players and communities, how they feel about us. So when we play on their perspective, we can actually see how they feel or how they're having the fun in the game. So I guess we can then move to the next question.
Arik, may I
Mhm.
ask you one
Yeah,
like extra question?
yeah.
Are you fine with the fact that you cannot be like the server leadership anymore? You
No.
legally cannot be.
No,
Are you
no,
fine?
no way.
No, it's fine.
No. It's not fine.
No, it's not fine. Okay, you need to conceal yourself very well.
I mean, you mean game server? Huh?
I mean, like to play your game
Yeah.
and like understand that no, I cannot really be the lead people as I
Oh,
always did in the GOE,
actually,
right?
actually, I do not. I would love to, but I do not think so that we will get that time. But you know that we have a lot of players who will be playing, which we had in previous games. So I would love to lead them again, but it will not be again possible. But yeah, the want of playing the game will always be on the top. Like, surely I would love to play the game. So,
All right.
so
It's a tough question for
yeah.
you, I can imagine.
Oh, the next one?
So the
Oh,
next
or this one. Okay.
this one, yeah. So the next one is like is asked by Mantas. So he asked that will the game be smooth? So as we know, the game is being built on Unreal Engine 5. Other games are pretty heavy and laggy. How do you guys think of making it optimized?
Okay. This one is tough question for me. This actually, I really like this question because so
There are so many things.
performance is the most important part that I'm trying to achieve.
Mhm.
Like, in fact, all the time when I'm doing something, I always think about performance. And I understand where it comes from. I mean, like, using Unreal Engine 5 is notoriously bad in terms of lagging, in terms of performance. But I would say that it is bad when you use default presets because Unreal Engine 5 is
Mhm.
designed for powerful computers. So you can make your like small games that look beautiful. So it already has ray tracing included. It has a thing called nanite that allows you to use high polygon 3D objects instead of like classical way when you have low polygon thing. So it allows you to cut your time of producing something in expense of extra lag, right? So if you just go with basic presets, it will lag,
Mhm.
especially if you go like full dynamic lights and all this stuff. Um, Understanding this part and turning off this part and kind of examining all of these parts separately and making them in an optimal way will not like it will make games smooth. It will reduce lag. It will remove all the problems that you have with if you have experience with Unreal 5 games. So it just really depends how you approach your game if you optimized it, because the basic game is not optimized. I mean, it's optimized for the quality it gives. On a mobile phone, it will not work. It is just too much. So it needs to have a very like a lot of work done to make it work on phone without lag. And if we want to make it beautiful in the same time, it's like 10x of that work. It's quite difficult task. We are trying to do it. So we understand the problem and we are trying to address it.
Yeah, we are trying to search for the correct balance.
Mhm. Okay, so we'll move to the next question.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so the next one is asked from Dominic Carr. So he asked that do the devs think of making Sage more fun rather following traditional way of on the rallying and attacking, but also introduce steps of saging a castle, and the defender can also have more strategy to defend city rather than just from tower and gates. So this was asked by Dominic Carr. I guess we have plans. Maybe Alex can give some idea or not.
Oh, I thought because I talked too much, maybe.
We all
What
talk too
happens?
much normally, right?
Yeah.
It's a common thing in our group to talk too much. But yeah, we are
Yeah, I
planning.
miss glass of water already.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm trying to eat some sandwiches in between,
I
so
I,
that's why I mute at times and
Okay.
let you talk.
I talked the
I mean, I could
most
answer.
less, but I drank 5 sips of Sprite. Yeah, yeah, Alex, let's go.
Okay, so do the devs thing of making Siege more fun? Yes, Dave thinks. So yeah, they have some ideas. And there is other part of this question. So when you when you talk about the stages of defense or stages of siege, well, I'm I'm personally not a big fan of stages of siege because they basically put you in these mini games. So you have like 4 mini games going depending on the stage, where you're still constrained in your actions. Instead, there is I think, okay, my opinion, there is a better approach how you can make it more fun without making stages. Stages will flow naturally from the conditions of this siege, right? So one team decides, okay, so this is going to be the second stage. We move into the second stage. This stage will just look like changing their actions, but it's not something pre-made by the game. So you have some okay, I don't want to talk too much about the um, conspiracies. So we want to have more siege units with specific functions, and those uh, basically those siege units will govern the strategy of
Yeah.
the alliance. So, for example, you have your rally leader that starts the rally. You have people who refill this rally. You have from the other side, you have garrison. You also have people who specifically focused on making siege units because we Okay.
Are we going to talk about it yet? Because we just started the brainstorming
Okay.
about it, but
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It is pretty good idea, but maybe it is too early. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but it's maybe important to give some part of the idea because we are planning to integrate maybe villagers, and I say maybe because it's just the first brainstorm stage. We are maybe thinking of integrating the villagers into the siege units making. That's just a part that has popped up during a brainstorm session.
Yeah. So you'll
Yeah.
build siege
That's a
units.
spoiler.
Yeah. So like trebuchet, you'll build catapults. You'll build. All of those units will be slightly different to operate. You will use troops to operate them. So that's the idea so far.
Okay. Yep, we have a lot of ideas to make it much more fun. So let's go for the last question we have from Q&A. So they plan to incorporate a short tutorial and a story mode or campaign as additional events within the game. So I guess he asked about like our Play Store version which is coming. So I do not think so it will be having a short tutorial or
Yeah,
campaign.
is it
Yeah.
on the Play Store version or is it just on the end game?
He had DM'd me, so he asked me about like, will we have even in beta? So I guess in beta we'll have, but not in the coming Play Store version.
Yeah. So maybe we can take both sides of the question.
Mhm.
So will we have it in the next Play Store release? That's a short answer. That's no, because it's just the first demo version and it will not be implemented there yet. Will it be in the beta version? Most likely, yes. So the current ideas is that we are trying to implement a tutorial, but also because quite some people are experienced and they find it quite annoying to see a tutorial, we will also try to integrate a feature where we can skip the tutorial. And that's quite unique in comparison to the other games because there you have to walk through to the entire tutorial always.
Yeah.
Then the second part of the question, if there's a campaign, yes, we think there will be a campaign, but we don't know how it will look like. It's not we are not developing it yet right now, but there will be some sort of campaign version also in the game. And of course also events, because we have spoken about the Thermoplay like events already.
Yes.
Okay.
Well said. Nothing to add.
Yeah.
So I think these were the questions for today.
Yeah.
Then you can do the closure.
Mainly those who are in the voice channel, do you guys have like any additional questions or like even if someone who is on live stream, you can also ask few questions. We are here for few more minutes and few more time. So those who are in voice channel, if you guys want to ask any question regarding today's live or any questions you have in mind for the developers, you can ask. So I guess somebody texted.
Yep.
Okay, so Kartatia asked a question. So she asked that does the archer range will depend on this troop tire? For example, classic archer.
A frontier?
Uh,
Like
she didn't ask for the troop. I mean, she didn't told about the depend. I mean, she only told about depend on this troop tire and like for example, she asked like she told like classic archer won't have the same range than an longbow's archer. So
okay.
mainly different types of archers will have different varieties, if not or yes, something like that.
Okay, that's nice question. That's
Yeah.
relates us to the unit perks
Mhm.
that we are developing this system. So where you have for unit that starts from tier 3 and above, you will have a perk that represents its class. So for example, if we take infantry, you'll have guys with shields, you'll have guys with pikes or like spear. So spearmen, shieldmen. They will have different So those perks will give different things. For archers, there will be a kind of long bows. They have their names. I forgot. So long bows and short bows. If we simplify it. So the difference between them. So the long bows obviously will have longer range, but they also will have longer wind up time. So basically, they need more time after staying on the place to start shooting. So if you um, ever heard of this term kiting? So when you start to you shoot enemy, then you run away a little, you shoot again, and run away. So it is very abusive, and it is basically balanced and fixed by these wind up times or wind up times. I'm not sure the pronunciation. So you have to stop on your archer and take some time to perform the first attack. After that, you can just start running again. But if you can, for example, attack while you're moving, it is very OP. If your wind up times are very small, so you stop and almost instantaneously shoot, it also OP. So we need to balance these two things, and so there will be guys who shoot far away, but they cannot do kiting. It will take time for them to give the first shot, and there will be guys who shoot not far away, but they will be more mobile in this way, right? So you will be able to play more aggressively on them. Well, the first one really needs some guard in front.
Oh, another question we have. So, can we move, Alex? So, another question which was done by Fat Boy, who is on the Watch channel. So, he asked about how
You
will
can ask.
so how will the villagers farming system be different than the last game? I guess villagers might have like functions or different features, but the farming system would be similar. Alex or Lord Up
I mean,
can,
farming is fairly similar.
yeah, it will be.
You still
Yeah,
have
it's similar, but we want to avoid that people are needing like 100 farms to maintain.
right.
That's an important change in comparison to the previous game.
Yeah, so mechanism is similar. You still have resource nodes. You need to build depot and start gathering. But we have more steep curve of advancement, how fast you or how much you can gather resources per time when you start doing all these technologies in warehouses, right? So if you have completely zero technologies, it will be very slow. It is like almost not worth it. If you advance more, you will see a big change. So it actually just won't make a lot of sense naturally to create a lot of small farms that don't have advanced technologies there, than just to have your main account and to have just more prosperity and to use this. You have some technology open, so it will gather much more, right? So this is the idea, and yeah, so
Yeah, and
gathering
it's
is more
also
important.
important that we get a lot of feedback during the demos, so
Mhm.
then we can also try to balance it correctly.
Yeah.
And to add on to that, actually, will
Yeah.
villagers be able to attack each other again? Is that something we're thinking about bringing back at all? Like dead
That's
people.
interesting thing. We have something about villagers. I will say yes, maybe. I won't say 100% yet. Okay.
We just talked about it today. I think it was just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
So until then, we were at the question: do villagers need to be immortal, or can they be killed?
Yeah. Well, I think like it is more clear that they won't be immortal.
Yeah.
But in which way, right? So who can kill them or do something to them, prevent them from doing their job, right? So if they start making FC, so you can do something to stop them doing it. So what are the mechanisms to do so? Still underway. Still needs some time.
That's to be determined. That will be decided later. But
Yeah.
we have some interesting ideas. But it was just the first brainstorm we had, and it was just a couple of hours ago. So we still need to consider how to work with them properly.
Yeah.
I would
We are
definitely
getting
also say it was a definite issue because, like, with the villagers being immortal, it led to some tactics that made it not very fun. So that was kind of my reason for the question, at least.
Yeah, we need to avoid abuse of villagers, like tile blocking or something like that.
Yeah,
So we cannot have tile blocking villagers.
Yeah, that was the main motivation over here. So we understand that it is pretty abusive. More like even more if you think you can start building something and it will show as a you can block something by start building something, and you don't have to. So you just just place this building somewhere very distant, and it can affect the troop going there. So I don't know. It wasn't very often used in GOE, but it is very often used in classic AOE.
Yeah, so we can give maybe a bit of a spoiler, but it's not something that we want to implement for sure. It's still open. But what we are looking at now is that villagers can revive each other, but they can be killed by troops also, but they can either revive each other or return to base.
Right.
That's all we say for now.
I guess we have answered all of the questions. Did we miss any? I guess not. So we have mainly answered all of them, guys. I think whatever answers you got today, you guys can obviously give more questions to it. And if you have any questions more regarding our live stream or regarding anything, you can even ask on the next session, which our developers can write in text. We will make a event on the channel, so there you can ask the question, and developers will take time, and when they're free they will just reply with a text with explanation. So I guess today our live stream is still now, and I guess we have pretty much covered everything, and maybe we are set to close it. Laudab and Alex, you guys wanna say?
Yeah, do we need to make a closure, or
Yeah.
will you do it?
No,
Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone for attending here.
Yeah.
We are really proud to be part of this community, and we are really proud that we can build this game for the community. As I also said in the first introduction, this game is built by players for the players.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are really proud to be able to do this project for the community, and yeah, we are happy to have you all here.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
That is a good closure. I would say just goodbye, but yeah, obviously, thank you.
We will keep it with this one. This is a good
I mean, like,
closure.
it's a closure, right?
It's closure. So,
Goodbye.
guys, take care. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, and see you all later.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you again.
Bye.